Grab your glasses, everybody. It's time for a Moonshine Safari.
Welcome, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. Bless my pea-picking little heart.
Yeah, that could be the joke for the day.
Oh, my goodness. That was so good. Welcome, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, thank you so much for showing up today. We really appreciate it. Hey, Dina, it's the 29th episode.
It is. And guess what, Josh?
What's that?
I screwed up and did my post really late in the day. So, everybody, it was Have Fun at Work Day, and it really wasn't.
Oh, well, it'll be Have a Fun at Work Day tomorrow and whatever else is coming up tomorrow. Do you remember?
I don't.
Hey, but if you want to know what's coming up extra tomorrow, check out our Instagram page.
Check out Instagram. I
Moonshine
do try
Safari.
to tweet it during the day, too, but sometimes, like today, I had appointments. I did not get around to it.
Right. How's everybody doing out there today? Hey, guys, let me know how you're doing. Let us know how you're doing. How are things going?
January day.
Yeah, hey, this week is exciting because we got a lot of fun stuff coming up this week. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Dina, 2 days. In 2 days.
2 days.
Actually, less than 2 days because we're actually...
2 days from now, we will be there.
We're kind of...
Still.
Right. We're recording on Monday night. So we kind of pushed it a little late, but really in 1 day.
By
One
the
day
time
and a
you
little
hear
bit.
it would be 1 day.
Woo. Blackberry Smoke concert at the Marquee Theater on Wednesday.
In Tempe.
Oh, I can't
Arizona.
wait. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this for so long. You guys know how long I've been looking forward to this when we announced it way back months ago. We've been counting down and now, it's 2 days away. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, Josh, you're probably building it up too much and you're going to be really disappointed. Well, from what I've read,
I don't see that happening.
I know. From what I've read with all the concerts that have been in the past few days, in the past few weeks on their winter tour, it's rocking pretty good. So I want to give a shout out to Blackberry Smoke. I'm going to give a shout out to their Facebook page,
Absolutely.
the Blackberry Smoke Brothers and Sisters group that we're a member of. Moonshine Safari is a member of, and I am a member of as Josh as well. But
we are fixing to go.
And I have a special little, excuse my voice, all of a sudden something get a little froggy. I have a meet and greet ticket that after the concert,
Woo!
I might have the possibility of meeting these guys, which will be kind of cool. You know, maybe talking to them. I don't know.
I think it's cool.
But we're going to give you a special rundown either next show or, I don't know, maybe we'll do a special show, but we'll definitely give you some maybe highlights in the next show and probably do another follow-up show because, this is
Check out our Facebook page. Who knows? Maybe we'll Facebook Live it.
Ooh, I don't know. Let's see what Dina's up to.
At least a little bit. Not a whole lot. I'm not going to do the whole concert or anything.
Not sure what they're going to allow when we go to, but it seems like most of their concerts, they allow
loose.
people to record and to stream and do such as that. So if we can, you might want to watch our Facebook page coming up on Wednesday and Instagram and check that out in case we're
tweeting. We'll see.
Tweeting and giving photos and all the fun things. Now, we are going to be, if you've ever been to the Marquee Theater, it's a general admission. There's no seating in the lower area. Dina and I are going to be in the upper area for the seating for the disability issue. And then we're going to have Del Toro and Robin is going to be down on the floor.
On the floor.
With the crowd.
With
the crowd. I've never been to the Marquee Theater. I don't know what this is going to be like. I've read mixed things about their venues and how they go about this general admission thing. Some people love it. Some people don't like it so much because you could get behind a 6'6" person. I'm 6'3". If I'm wearing boots, I'm 6'4". If I got a hat on, I'm 6'5", 6'6". I'm probably going to block your view. But I'm not going to be on the floor. But, it's general admission. This is what people expect.
That's what general admission is.
That's what general admission means.
What general admission. I'm talking to my dog.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Everybody, we'd like to introduce Hoochie is in the studio with us. Moonshine Safari Studios here in Gilbert, Arizona. Oh, my goodness. And there she is. She just blew my eardrums out. And yours, too, probably. That's Hoochie Mama.
She says, hey.
Hoochie Mama. Yes, Hoochie Mama is a Maltipoo. And she is... Wow, she was born 2005.
Yep.
2005.
But she doesn't act like she's old.
Yeah, November 2005.
She thinks she doesn't know she's old.
So she's
no one told her.
So she's 13.
Right.
Are you 13?
Are you 13?
It's like, what time is it? It's 13.
It's 13.
Hoochie. What?
Who's here?
Are you going to say it?
Who's here?
Say it. There you go. See, she says hi to everybody from Moonshine Studios here in Gilbert, Arizona. Beautiful. 70 degrees this week. It's going to be in the low 70s.
This is why we put up with the torture in the summer.
Ooh, I bet you guys who are freezing your little cojones off or wherever you are, except in maybe Florida or some, there's southern places like Texas and California.
Jeez, old. Good
job, Uchi. You almost missed the couch. Yeah, it's pretty nice here this week.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
gorgeous.
Nice.
Pretty nice. Hey, we've got some shout outs. I know this intro is going a little long, but we wanted to push the Blackberry smoke thing because, well, I got some new gear too, and I'm not sure what I'm going to wear. And, I'm just all going a little,
He's a flutter.
Yeah, I'm going all a little, what would it be called? Like I don't know, a little over the top. I usually don't like this about groups, but I really dig Blackberry smoke. Ever since I found them on YouTube, while I was watching Leonard Skinner videos, and they popped up as a recommendation, and that's how I found them.
And he started listening.
And oh my goodness, ever since then, it's amazing. Anyway, let's get to the shout outs, Dina. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, so we gave a shout out to Blackberry Smoke, Josh's favorite band at the moment. Now, okay, no dissing on Leonard Skinner and all those other guys, but right now, that's what I'm really into. I'm really into Blackberry Smoke. Hey, I also want to give a shout to Joe's Barbecue. Joe's Barbecue here in Gilbert, Arizona.
It's like a city institution, really.
It really is. They have two restaurants here. They have Joe's Barbecue, and then they have, what's that other place called?
Joe's Farm Grill.
Farm Grill. That's right. Over in it's pretty close to where we live. But anyway, this is barbecue. I'm just telling you, yum. This is delicious. And we had some of that. So shout out to Joe's Barbecue. Thank you so much for that. We came off of our 3-week fast and had a little treat last night for dinner.
Some brisket.
It was delicious. Yeah, barbecue brisket and some mac and cheese and some turkey jalapeno sausage. Wow. It's all just so very good. Anyway, also like to give a shout out to our friend Carrie, Houses by Carrie. You guys know that we're in the mortgage business, and she is a realtor. And hey, we work with her, and we like to give her a shout out. So look up Houses by Carrie, Kari, in Gilbert, Arizona. She is part of the Curtis Johnson team. All right, Curtis Johnson team. So if you need a house and you're shopping, hey, check them out. Also give a shout out to
Phoenix
Capital Realty, right? Phoenix Capital. It's Realty, right?
Phoenix Capital Realty.
That's
correct.
what I thought. Phoenix Capital Realty. Also, if you're in the market for a house, check out Phoenix Capital Realty. That's actually Dina's sister, and she's also a realtor in the area that we work with, and she's pretty good. So check her out, okay? So check those two places out. Give a shout out to her. Also, hey, you listeners, you just keep coming through, and we really appreciate that. We keep adding listeners every week, and we so appreciate that so much. We would like to hear from you. So if you'd like to go to any of our numerous social media platforms.
And I'll say again, I'm going to try to update the website. I swear I'm going to. I just haven't done it yet.
It'll happen. It'll
happen all at once.
Here's the thing, guys. We do this for fun. We hope that it catches on. We know we don't have a ton of listeners and stuff, but that's okay. Well, we're doing this because we enjoy it. We appreciate you guys listening, and we appreciate those of you who are. So we'd like to give you some shout outs. Hey, on our Instagram page, we'd like to go to Troubled Waters. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by our Instagram page and checking us out. Also, oh my goodness, I can't even read my own writing. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to skip that one. I'll come back to you next week on this one. Marcia, I can't read my writing. Isn't that sad? That's freaking sad.
Yeah,
That's sad. Okay. On our SoundCloud page, hey, Patricia Rogers, we appreciate you checking us out and subscribing and following us. Also, Patricia Briggs, we also appreciate you following us.
Thanks, Patricia's.
Yes. Negri Morrow, thank you so much for following us and listening to us. And also, Deloise Wilson, thank you so much. We so appreciate all your support and listening to our craziness here on Moonshine Safari.
So crazy.
Yeah, so crazy. Hey, That's all for the shout outs, unless you have something.
I'm good.
Hoochie, you got anything? Any shout outs? I don't think Hoochie's got any shout outs. Hoochie says shout out to everybody. Hey, coming up, what are we listening to?
What are we listening to?
Stay tuned.
Besides the dog.
Besides the dog. Hold tight, y'all.
What's Josh listening to?
Welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, I hope you guys really enjoyed Dina's leading the episode last week. And
don't you really enjoy it more when
28.
Josh does it?
You don't.
I
you
know
don't.
you do.
No, Josh. No. Dina's so much better at this than I. She has a much.
He's so full of it.
No, her voice is so much silkier and nicer to listen to than my growly, freaking whiny, and my hey, all the crazy, stupid crap I do all the time. She's much better.
Whatever.
Just face it.
Nice
she
try.
is.
Just wants me
Anyway.
to do it more.
Anyway, this is our section of our podcast of, hey, what have we been listening to? We like to listen to music. Music is like our lifeblood. We love it. We have music going all the time. I have music going. If I'm not watching a movie, I'm listening to music. If I'm working, I'm listening to music. This week, Dina, what you been listening to?
Well, I finished my Harry Potter books for the moment on audio.
Okay.
So I've been listening to, I've actually been listening to some Blackberry Smoke to get ready for the concert.
Yeah.
I started listening to some Brothers Osborne.
That's a good choice, too.
And there is on Amazon Unlimited, there is a playlist with 100 greatest 90s country hits. I forgot how they say it.
Right.
It's a good playlist, and I've been listening to that.
It is a good playlist. We were playing a video game with the kids last night, and we had that playlist on. It was actually really good. There were some songs in there that I'd forgotten about.
Well, when it comes to country, honestly, that's my era.
Yeah, 90s. I would say that was a time when you really started listening to it.
More, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So.
I grew up with country music, so I've been listening to it all my life, all the way, back to I don't even know, how far do you want to go back into the country music? I've listened to the forever and ever in the day, all the way back to when my parents was. So, and except there's some stuff like Brothers Osborne. I kind of like their stuff. I like Dierks Bentley. There's some other guys. Even some that call themselves outlaw country that.
Not your gig.
It's just not my thing, man. And it could be that they totally fit with all of that and they push that, but they just don't connect with me. And that's cool. That's what I think I love about music, is that music can connect to you in a certain way that doesn't connect to anybody else. And that's cool. And it should be okay. And if you connect to rap, I'm sorry for you. I'll pray for you. But, if
it's like pizza. I told you.
Well, I guess it is. It's like I like pineapple on my pizza. And people will go, oh, my gosh, I can't believe you like pineapple on your pizza. But I do.
But everybody has a flavor of pizza. You might not like somebody else's pizza, but you're going to like some kind of pizza.
Right. Except for those people who are just going to be a pain in the tuchus and just say that they just want the bread. Just bread and cheese. I don't even want the sauce. Whatever. It's the same. Anyway. Okay. I have been listening to...
What have you been listening to?
Oh, of course I've been listening to Blackberry Smoke. I am getting my smoke ready. I want to have all the notes of my cells attuned to the Blackberry Smoke when we arrive on Wednesday, Lord willing. And that I connect on a whole different spiritual level with their music. Does that sound like BS
level?
to you? Yeah.
Wow.
No, but it's true. I really want to enjoy this. I hope I'm not building it up and I'm all let down, because I don't think so. They're going to perform on an extremely great level. The only thing that could really ruin it for me, I think, is the venue. If people are just jerks, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I think part of what's going in our favor is who's going to go see this particular band.
Exactly. We're all going to be kind of part of the same kind of thought process, kind of the whole kind of thing.
I mean, it's different if we went there surprised because it was, I don't know, a hip-hop concert. It's not our thing.
Right. We go there and
if it's
find
your
a bunch
thing,
of...
great, but it's just not our thing.
Yeah, go there and find a bunch of, preppies or millennials. I don't know. Probably there might be some millennials there. That might be true. I mean, not that I have anything against them as long as they're on the right side of their brain. I shouldn't say it that way. but it's true. Anyway, I just say it the way I say it. So Blackberry Smoke, CDB. Actually, the reason I started listening to CDB, Charlie Daniels Band, for those of you who don't know CDB a little bit more, is because the sheriff from, he's called the sheriff. His name is Eric Almy. He's from, he manages Merch Mountain for Blackberry Smoke and the webpage, I think, as well. He posted where a couple of, maybe last week, they played this as an encore called Trudy. I shared it on my page. Yeah, I shared it on the Moonshine Safari page too. So go to the Moonshine Safari Facebook page if you want to see that video. I shared it there. It's their cover of CDB's Charlie Daniels Band song Trudy. And man, it's good. It's really good. So I've been kind of listening to that several times during the day. And my favorite song is, of course, getting ready for the concert. Now, Chris Shiflett is supposed to be opening for them, and I've listened to some of their stuff. I tried to get into some of his stuff, and he's got some cool stuff. I haven't really listened to it a lot, but I'm just so very excited for the Blackberry Smoke concert.
Almost time.
I can't tell you. Almost time. Hey, that's enough for that. Coming up, funny of the week. We're gonna try and tickle you funny bone. Maybe put a smile on that frowny face or that mad face or whatever. We want you to feel good when you listen to our show and have a good time. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Be right back.
But you
All right, welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, it's time for the funny. Hey, did you know what? This is pretty funny. You know who Groucho Marx is, right?
Yeah, is your voice changing?
Mine?
I thought I heard you crack.
It probably did.
It's kind of funny. Anyway.
It's probably did.
I do know who Groucho Marx is.
Groucho Marx is just funny. He had some of the funniest one-liners. I'm going to share one with you today. He says it's about relationships. He says, whoever named it necking is a poor judge of anatomy. Some of you may be too old to know what necking means. Guess what? Google it. Figure it out.
Or watch Happy Days.
What is necking? That's the key. All right. Hey, coming up.
Snogging.
Peeve of the week. Dina's got it. Oh, is she peeved?
I'm peeved.
Ooh. Oh, you better bring some ice. I'll be right back.
It's time for Peeve of the Week.
Welcome back, everybody. That's Dina. She's got the peeve. What you got?
There's Josh. He just introduced me. All right. So.
Wow. That was good.
Yeah, I know. As everyone knows, I'm in mortgages, but this is a personal story, but it relates to the whole credit issue. I see multiple people daily with medical collections on their credit. Personally, Josh nor I has ever had any delinquent anything on our credit because
thank God for now
understood always what it meant. And just because, like I say that, doesn't mean stuff can't happen. This is a good example.
We've just been very blessed and
we've
fortunate.
Just been, very lucky.
And we've worked really hard.
We've had to work really
hard because we take our responsibilities and our debt seriously, and we don't just think that, we bring this up and then...
it impacts you in every facet of your life
right.
also. So it's
we try.
important. But anyway, but like Josh has said, sometimes stuff happens. It's beyond anybody's control, and it just happens. But in my case, I had some medical diagnostic testing done last year during 2018. One thing is an MRI. And as we've already shared, I've been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and MRIs on a fairly consistent basis are like MS 101. I mean, that's just something that you do. It happens. Doctors prescribe them. They want to know what the progression is, if there's any progression, all that stuff. So it's just something that gets done. I've never had the insurance deny it ever.
And they're cheap, and you can get coupon codes for them, right? And you can get them done for free.
For free, absolutely.
They're like nothing. They don't cost anything. MRIs don't cost anything.
Right, and the service is always fantastic. Anyway, so I went in, I had my MRI, paid my little copay, and this particular type of diagnostic testing does not touch a deductible. It doesn't matter if I meet my deductible or not. I have a copay for this particular test. And so all of a sudden, I'm opening mail the other day, and I don't always open the mail every day because, to be honest, most of my stuff comes via email, et cetera, et cetera. So I opened the mail, and I see that I get my final notice, which is interesting because I never got the first notice. A final notice that apparently the insurance company did not pay for my MRIs, and they're saying, look, if you don't send in this money, which is I think is about $4,300, so not nothing, we're going to send you to collections. So right off the bat, I'm ticked off. I look in the notes on my insurance company, and my insurance company notes just online say that they sent a request for more information to this company and that they never got a response. In the company's notes on the invoice, it says the same thing. Yet, they're billing me and threatening me with collections.
Right.
So, of course, the next day, because, of course, this was like, I don't know, a Saturday night or something, I called them, and they said, oh, yeah, well, we'll go ahead and reprocess it then. So I have to call them to keep them from putting me into collections and to get them to submit the billing properly for a test that, like I said, I've had done umpteen times, never had a bill for it other than what I was supposed to pay and knew I was supposed to pay. Right. So anyway, my frustration is medical billing because it's one of those things that can flat ruin your credit as far as your score dumps. It can cause you not to even buy a house. It's hard to tell what the repercussions could be. And they are responsible to nobody.
Right. And the great thing was if she wasn't diligent in opening that and she just like looked over it, we'd have been in collections.
And
it would have been their fault.
Because I'm still not sure it won't happen.
And then if you get put in collections, even if it's their fault, could you imagine that
guilty till proven innocent?
Any of you people who've tried to get anything removed off of your credit, you can attest this is like ridiculous. It's like trying to get your sins forgiven. It's like that kind of thing. Okay, so you have no idea what is going to happen and what they're going to do, but they can just arbitrarily say, "Oh, well, we sent you the first notice, which we never got. We got a second notice."
That was my final.
That was the final notice. Just be diligent because these companies are not always on the up and up. I'm sorry, they just aren't. They're trying to get away with the stuff that they're trying to get away with. So you have to be diligent and you have to protect yourself against every company that's out there.
Absolutely.
Every company. Don't trust any of them.
When it comes to credit, it's guilty till proven innocent.
Right.
And that's
you need
absolutely
to
true.
Protect yourself, and that's the thing. So the peeve is, these companies just try and take advantage of you because they think that they're just going to sneak it through the mail on you, and then next thing you know, bam, it's on your credit. And then you're screwed. That's just the way it goes. So, all right. Well, thanks, Dina. They got me all riled up, and
I know.
I wasn't
gets me going again.
Oh, it gets me messed up. Okay. Hey, coming right up. Pro tip of the week. Guess who's got that? That's right. Dina's got it. She'll be right with you. Hold on.
Get out your notepads. It's time for Pro Tip of the Week.
And welcome back to Moonshine Safari Studios in Gilbert, Arizona. I am Josh. That is Dina.
I am Dina.
That is Dina. And I am Josh. And that is Dina. And I am Josh. And that is Dina.
And hi, Josh.
Hi, Dina. Did you know I'm Josh? And that is Dina.
I did know. They might not.
I think they know now. All right. Hey, we're just being a little silly tonight. We appreciate your patience. Thank you for showing up and listening and liking and subscribing and following and all the stuff that you do. We really appreciate that. Hey, Dina's got a pro tip for you. So listen up.
Yeah. So in my same bag of mail that brought the lovely medical notices about the MRI, I got a bill. Basically, I want to warn you, we all tend to sign up for these sometimes annual memberships for different things depending. And I have, we have a few credit cards that don't have a balance on them. And so I don't really monitor them because, well, I don't owe them anything. Well, apparently I had a membership that was automatic that hit. And again, okay, I don't know. Did the mail just stop for 3 months?
It just stopped for 3 months.
I don't know, because they swear they sent me mail. I didn't get any. And there goes my first ever hit on my credit. Because it hit, I didn't know it, and by the time I got the bill, it was there. I did request a courtesy removal. They turned me down. I don't really want to talk about it. Their favorite thing to say is, we can't remove it. That's not true. They can remove them if they want to as a courtesy. I've done it myself when I worked in a bank, we could do it. We had the authority to do it. They just don't, and they don't want to, and that's how it's going to be. So watch, people, if you have things, especially on cards that you don't normally use, that you're not always monitoring, and sometimes you maybe have annual memberships, just keep a check on your cards. Make sure that you get alerts. I signed up now for text alerts, and because I don't even think that was available the last time I had a balance on this card.
Am I not wrong? Everybody by law is allowed one free credit report every year.
Absolutely.
You should do that. You should go to wherever and run it, and then you can get a look. It's totally worth it. It's free. You can do it. You can check it out. And then you can see if anything's reporting weird or anything's... And sometimes things gets reported on your credit that's not even yours.
It's not even yours,
But,
right.
these credit companies don't give a crap. They're not going to do their due diligence and check it out to make sure that it's really you. But you have to do it if you want to make sure that your credit's clear. You're the ones who have to be the due diligent ones and keep your protection on your credit. Okay?
Yeah, because no one's going to do it. Like I said, they just basically said no.
Right. So. And even the companies that you pay to protect your credit, I mean, they're in the business to protect your credit. They're in the business to make money.
Not only that, they're going to tell you sometimes after the fact. I got the letter after the fact that this had happened.
There you go. See, there you go. So, all right. Well, Dana, thank you so much for that pro tip. I appreciate that. And y'all pay attention. This is some good information. Hey, coming up, our Moonshine Safari, our little story. What are we going to talk about this week?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What should we talk about?
I don't know. What did we talk about last week? I don't know.
I don't know.
You should check in. That'd be episode 28.
Maybe you'll find out.
Yeah. And what happened before that? Oh, I don't know. You can listen to all 28 episodes on SoundCloud, or YouTube, our website, moonshinesafari.com.
All the
Check
places.
out all that stuff. Hey, coming right up, the story continues.
Shh. Quiet and listen. It's time for Marriage Story of the Week.
Welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, this is the time of the podcast so we kind of talk about our own personal lives. Well, that we've actually been talking about our personal lives since you started listening.
It's continued from the last segment.
It's still continuing, but
you
this
have
is
to
like
listen to see if Timmy got out of the well.
That's right. This is kind of like, well, what are we going to talk about? We kind of discussed. What did we talk about last week? We talked about things we like to do, as
like
a family.
hobbies, and I talked about my Harry Potter craze.
Right.
And
So we kind of thought maybe we should tie up some ends, loose ends, if we should say.
At some point, we're going to go forward again, but it's more like there's more than just the chronological events. There's all kinds of life that happens. And so it's a matter of trying to fill in some of those gaps.
Exactly, and that's what we're kind of trying to do. So we kind of bounce around a little bit. So it's not going to be exactly in chronological order. So it's kind of like the Bible. It's not in chronological order either. If you think it is, please.
We disagree. Basically, that's enough. You're allowed to think it.
Yeah,
we just
but it isn't.
Don't necessarily
it
see
isn't.
it.
And just open your mind and your eyes and see. Anyway, so speaking of the Bible, we thought we would talk about our conversion story. How we went from Christianity, Southern Baptist flavored Christianity, to Judaism. Wonder how that happened.
I mean, normally it's funny because we talk to people from both sides and you'll say that and they'll go, "What? How did that happen?"
People ask me, it's like, they ask me, it's like, well, I'm Jewish. And they go, well, Crabtree, not a Jewish name.
So then they assume that you must have married someone Jewish until they hear that my first name is not a Jewish name
right,
normally.
Or mine either.
My
So it's kind of like, exactly. Right. So it's kind of like, okay, whatever. And then, of course, you don't look Jewish. Well, what does that mean? Have you ever seen anybody from Ethiopia? Have you seen anybody from Russia? Have you seen anybody from Europe? Have you seen anybody from Mexico, from Spain? From China? What does a Jew look like?
A Jew looks like any country, any nationality.
Exactly. Exactly. So how did we come to find this thing called Judaism and embrace it as we have? So, well, I guess I'd have to go all the way back to 1994. 1994.
Wow, the olden days.
Yeah, February 1994. February 1994 was when I was actually a Southern Baptist minister Yes, Josh was a minister. Go figure that.
You
Yes,
were
Moonshine
what?
Safari. Yeah. And most of you who are probably of the Southern Baptist persuasion who are probably hypocrites like I was are thinking, yeah, that's exactly where you should be. Moonshine.
Not everybody who goes to Southern Baptist Church is a hypocrite.
I'm just teasing. No, yes, they are. We're all hypocrites. Anyway.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that, Southern Baptists, if you don't know about Southern Baptists, I grew up as a Southern Baptist, no dancing, no drinking. They always used to say you couldn't dance because,
No, they would say you couldn't have premarital
sex
because it
lead
led
to
to dancing.
That's right. It was the silliest, stupid thing I've ever.
We did not have wine at our wedding or champagne.
No, or dancing or music. Well, we had music, but it was, the boring kind. You know what I mean. It's not to.
We didn't have like a DJ, like
Right.
some people talk about DJs and dance floors, none of that.
Right. So you're probably thinking you didn't have the wedding you would have really wanted. Yeah, you're probably right. We didn't.
Well, we did a lot of things
But
differently
now we're
than
doing
we
it
would
every
do-
day now.
We
So-
did a lot of things differently than we would do it now. I mean,
Yeah,
but that's
totally.
part of growing up.
Right. So, yes, I was, if you want to say, felt called into the ministry, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into the whole religion thing that way, but I just wanted to kind of talk about the conversion thing because people always ask, like, how did you go from there to there? I said, well, it's hard to...
Because it does seem polar opposite. It does.
It is. And it's hard to explain, especially, I'm from the South originally, so I grew up eating all of parts of the pig. And now I eat no parts of the pig. I used to eat shrimp and stuff like that, and I eat no
Shellfish?
no shellfish, no lobster, no crab, no shrimp, nothing that is prohibited in the Torah. I do not eat of that kind of stuff. Now, I don't also go by all of the rabbinical laws because I think some of that's man-made BS, just like a lot of the man-made Christianity BS is too. But now I'm just speaking for Josh. Okay, I'm not even speaking for Dina. This is just Josh, and Josh has gone to school. Josh has learned Hebrew. Josh has done years and years and years and years of study. So Josh has a little bit of, and I know Josh is talking in third person, but
Josh is angry. Josh is getting
Josh
angry.
is getting angry. Josh is no. But no, I mean, I've done my due diligence, and I haven't stopped. I'm still looking. I'm still searching. But this was one of the many. Well, the catalyst was in February 1994. There was an individual.
Political church
Right.
stuff.
Basically forced me out. Made me sign
Well, and letter of resignation. To be fair, you were 24 years old.
Right.
You knew nothing. I knew nothing.
23 years old.
23, that's
23
true.
years old, and
You
didn't know
turned
anything.
24. I mean, we didn't know anything.
Trusted in God and trusted that people who called themselves Christians would not behave in such a manner as the entire. And I will tell you, okay, anybody who went to that church, okay, the entire church. I'm saying every single person in that church, except for the little kids who didn't know what was going on, but everybody, teenagers, adults, to anybody who knew what was going and what happened, you all are responsible because you knew what happened, okay, and you did nothing, and you lifted not one finger, and you broke every one of your bylaws that you guys prayed over. Do you guys sense my sarcasm?
Yeah, I mean, and then and it's easy for me in some senses because even though we were married already at the time, it wasn't me. I wasn't the one. I wasn't the one that was my chosen livelihood, or for that matter, for what you felt like was your called livelihood. It's easy for me to say. On the other hand, I'm not sorry that we're not.
Well, now that I'm
anymore.
older and wiser, I understand that whole calling BS and everything that was said to me was nothing but a bunch of lies anyway, and a bunch of made up stuff in my own head. And now that I've understand that and reconcile that, I'm cool. I understand that part. The part I don't understand, the part I always don't understand of anything is the hypocritical part of saying that you're this forgiving, wonderful, supporting thing, and then in the dark of night behind closed doors with nobody knowing and against the bylaws of the actual church that were prayed upon and voted upon by the spirit-filled, Holy Ghost-filled church, they couldn't do it. They couldn't bring it the way they should have done it.
And let's be fair, there was some other stuff at work. I mean,
of course there was.
particularly Well, not particularly.
And I would challenge anybody who wants to come and try and challenge me on any of this. Any past member or anything, come on, I got you.
One of the things is, I'll be honest, I don't think I was a help to you when
it didn't matter.
Came to.
Well,
I'm just saying.
It didn't matter. It was.
I never got stars for my lovely, peaceful attitude.
That had nothing
ever.
to do with it. What had something to do with it is day one. See, when I got asked to come to that church, the pastor that I wanted to work with, it just got called to somewhere else.
Just.
He said, you can if you want to. And I was like, well, I would just graduated. I was out of college for a year. I was married. I needed something to do. I mean, this is what I thought I was supposed to do. So I said, yeah. So I was the only paid
actual full-time staff
minister there for almost a year.
Yeah.
And I was 23 years old.
Yep.
And I was taking care of all the business. And then this guy, they voted on some guy, not the guy I wanted, but the guy that they wanted because.
Oh yeah, because we actually knew somebody that
should have been there.
Been a good
would have been amazing
candidate and was an awesome person.
But they had their ideas of what they wanted, and they got what they wanted. And in fact, they got so much of what they wanted, they had to sell everything, and the guy
they've had to rebuild from
ground up.
the ground up.
And that maybe you could call karma, and that's fine. And do I wish it upon them? Yes, I can be honest with you and say yes, they deserve what they got, and I don't forgive them, and I'll tell you why I don't forgive them, and I'll just tell you because no one's ever asked me for forgiveness, and that's the way I look at forgiveness.
Thing, like you said, I mean, things that people do have consequences.
They do.
The people that were involved got some consequences of their own.
Ooh, some of them got some big consequences.
Big ones.
Yes.
So, like we said, sometimes when you see karma come around, you're like, all right.
Yeah, and I say karma, but I do believe in God, and I think that's called justice. I'd like to think so. I don't see the justice that sometimes I wish, and that maybe that's a good thing because probably there's some justice that should come on me that for other people that I wouldn't want to happen to myself, but that's a possibility. But yeah, the way I feel about forgiveness and things like that is like, I'm glad that happened to me because it opened my eyes to all of the truth.
You had to grow up super fast.
I did.
I mean, it was instant.
I had to put away the childish thoughts, and I had to put away the little fairy tales and the BS.
I mean, I even had people in my family saying it couldn't have happened that way.
Right.
And it's like, you weren't there.
Right.
It did.
It happened. I mean, there were ministers there who were on staff that said they were my friends. They hid from me.
Absolutely. I mean,
cowardly
literally
hid from me when I needed to talk to them and stuff. But it's like it's what I expect. So, well, anyway, so that was really the catalyst of the things that happened that led me on my path to still searching, because after that happened, of course, I didn't want to do anything with church or God or anything because I was pissed. I couldn't believe that people who called themselves children of God and Christians or whatever would behave in such a manner. I was stunned. I was shocked. I was literally in shock. I remember we were living with my parents at the time because we were building a house and that we had to let go because I lost my job and because of them. And I remember I like walked in the door and I just felt my knees give way. I just couldn't believe it. And I just kind of felt like I fell in the floor and I was just like sobbing and I just couldn't understand what was going on. I felt betrayed not only by people calling themselves Christians, but God too. And I felt the same way. And some of you probably felt that way. It's a human emotion. You feel betrayed. You've been told all your life that you were called by God to do this certain thing and do this certain thing, and you're being called here. And these actually people are the ones who called you, said, yeah, you're supposed to be here. And then some guy shows up and says, oh, you're gone. Bye. And if you tell anybody,
yeah, it was literally a confidentiality part of it.
It was
that we're not going to give you any severance if you tell.
It was blackmail. It was totally blackmail. Absolutely. And it was First Baptist Church, Chandler, Arizona, by the way. I'll tell you.
It was to a 23-year-old.
Yeah, to a 23-year-old.
So, yeah, that's not...
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you who it is, and that's fine, because, it was many, many years ago. It was, like I told you, it was many years ago.
We don't know anybody that's there now. So
I don't care anyway.
I know, but I'm just saying, we don't know those people.
Right.
We just know the people that we dealt with.
There might be some people there that remember, and you know what? If not, then you would be listening to here, but just saying. That's kind of the thing. So, yeah, that was a long healing process. Well, I don't know if I'm even healed at this point because God and I still, we still spar. We
Still
go
gets
at
you.
it.
Still gets you going.
Yeah. So, but somebody named Dina, in her wonderful, loving,
is
and
that?
nagging self, after I did not want to be anywhere and doing anything ever again regarding with church or God or anything, because I was just, I'm that kind of, okay, I can hold a grudge. Right, Dina?
Absolutely.
I'm a grudge holder.
Josh,
Yeah.
Josh is a grudge holder.
I got a whole
you
backpack
tell?
full of grudges, man. You should see. My shoulders are strong. My back is strong. I can carry a grudge. And that shouldn't be something I should be like proud of, right? This is really sad.
Part of your thing.
It's part of my thing, but something I'm trying to work on.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so she said, "Hey, we've got a young little baby. We probably should be doing something other than, sitting around."
Well, okay, so we should clarify. So a few months after the church debacle, and you were out and you were doing other jobs now, then we found out I was pregnant with...
Well, that's true. I think we did talk about that already, didn't we? We talked about...
We did.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess what I'm trying to say is this is
to
how
fit
the
it in the
timeline
timeline.
goes.
Yeah, to fit it. So if you've listened to the previous episode, we talked about, the surprise that I got back after I lost my job, and this was the surprise when Dina became pregnant with Robin during this interim. So this is what happened. So I'm going through. I've never been fired ever.
That was the first. Yeah, well, only.
I've never lost a job. I've never been fired. I've never been laid off. Never everything. It was like one of those things that was just devastating to me. I couldn't even imagine. And I know it happens often, but it never happened to me. And I thought, and then
it's wrapped up in the whole romantic idea, starry-eyed of this is what there's this God purpose. I'm supposed to be doing this, and how can they take that away from me?
And we were supposed to be doing it. So how do they get to decide in the quiet of a night on a Wednesday night when no one's around and supposed to bring this in front of a vote in front of the whole church because they voted for me and they should have voted me out, but they weren't going to do that.
If you think back about it, he probably could have done it, and he probably could have gotten the vote if he did it right.
But he didn't.
But he didn't because he didn't want to do that.
Right, he didn't, and that's fine.
And Josh was well liked by especially the people. With
a lot of the older folks,
that had the money.
That's true, and that's why they needed me gone, and that's okay. So honestly, seriously, the way I may sound a little bitter because I'm still angry with the way it happened because it shouldn't have happened that way.
It should not have happened that way.
But I am so glad that it did happen that way. I'm so glad that it did because, wow, what a learning experience, and it brought me to where I am today, which is still on the path of learning, but I think we're going to have to pick up next time about more in depth about conversion because this could go on for a long time.
I mean, I think one of the things that I will say is that I'm glad my kids did not. I hate to say it. Gosh, dang it! I'm probably going to get in trouble. My kids did not grow up pastors' kids because some of my best friends have been pastors' kids, and that's not an easy way.
We'll talk about that because they did experience a little bit of that. Not a ton, but a little bit. Not so much because I did. We'll get into it.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it in the future. I did teach like a class.
A Bible study.
A Bible study class and stuff like that after the fact. But we'll talk about that on down the road if you're interested in learning or knowing about it. But so next time I think we'll talk about what actually got me to convert or got me into the mindset of conversion now that we've kind of gone through the whole...
And then the process of the actual conversion.
Yeah, the whole ugly catalyst of what got me there. But you know what? Sometimes this is what I kind of think about, And like I said, I argue with God on a daily basis. We struggle. And in fact, if you know what the word Israel is, if you know what that means, if you really understand even the metaphorical idea of Israel struggling, it's like Israel is always struggling with God. And that's the way I feel. That's why I think I connect with Israel and Israelites and the Jewish people. It's like I feel like I'm always struggling with him. It's like I'm never giving him what he wants, and he's never giving me what he says he's going to give me. That's the way I perceive it. Now, that's not necessarily the way it is. I'm just saying that's the way I perceive it from my perspective. But see, I'm still trying to learn. Right? I'm still trying to seek. I'm still trying to find. So, But at that point in time, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that big guy. I was not happy.
It was hard.
I was not happy. But hey, we're going to talk about that. Stay tuned to episode, well, that'd be 30, right?
30, I guess.
Woo,
Woo,
yeah,
30.
let's say
It's
episode
getting old.
30 next week. Oh my goodness, 30 episodes? Are you kidding me? All right, so hey, thank you guys for listening
Thanks,
through all of that
guys.
stuff. We really appreciate it. Hey, coming up, guess what? It's the Moonshine Safari time.
Moonshine Safari.
Drinks and recipes. It's going to be a simple one, but a delicious one coming up.
Delicious.
Stay tuned.
Get out your glasses. It's time for the Moonshine Safari drinks and recipes.
Welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina, and
Hey.
you have to come back to find out if Timmy got out of the well.
Did Timmy get out of the well?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Lassie.
Well, did Josh get out of the well?
Josh got out of the well. Josh might have dug another well.
Josh may have jumped in another well, fell in another well.
But he got out of the first well.
Maybe he's trying to get out of the second well or the third well.
We have a lot of wells.
Who the hell knows? Hey, everybody, it's time for drinks and recipes. Are you guys thirsty? I'm always thirsty. In fact, tonight I had a little bit of the Old Smoky Moonshine right before we started recording because I'm just telling you, and I don't know if this works, but it just worked for me.
He had some wicked hiccups.
I had like hiccups like ridiculous, and I usually don't get hiccups, but this was right before we started to
No, it was
record.
loud.
It was ridiculous, and they would not stop. It
dog
was just
was looking at him.
crazy. So I grabbed some of the Old Smoky White Lightning and took a snort.
A snort.
No mas.
It stopped. Whatever. It stopped.
No mas. Okay, but that is not the drinks and recipes for today. But it is, speaking of Old
That might be
Smoky.
a pro tip.
That's good. Hey, if you have the hiccups, take a snort of
Try
Old
this.
Smoky White Lightning. That'll cure what ails you. No, actually, but speaking of Old Smoky, Dina, something that we haven't, we looked for a long time. They finally got it in. We finally got some. Is that Old Smoky Salted Caramel Whiskey.
Yes, we did.
OMG, people. It's like a dessert in a drink. I'm just saying, and you get the kick and
It's
the sweet.
all in one.
It's like beautiful. It's just beautiful.
If you could see right now, he's holding, like demonstrating the product like Vanna White.
I would drink it, man. If I had some right now, I would drink some. We do have some in there. In fact, when we leave
true, we
here,
do.
I'm going to go out there and get me a
Might
shot
have
of.
some.
Actually, you can. It's okay. It's so good straight. It would be great in coffee. I haven't had it in coffee, but I can just tell you, it would be amazing in coffee or any type of milkshake or anything like that because it is sweet and delicious. So, are you bored?
What? Because I'm yawning.
Because you just yawn.
I can't help it today. It's just been a long day.
Folks, it's been a long day. It's like 9:00 and we're recording this show to get
I told you it was half fun at work day, and it was haha not
and
so
now
much.
I have to go and I have to edit it, and I know it's like I'm not a great editor, and then Del Toro's got to get it uploaded and all that
had a
stuff.
dentist
tomorrow.
appointment.
Yeah, all the fun things.
had all
which
the
didn't go
things.
well because they didn't get their crap the way
They
they were
didn't
supposed
get
to.
it done.
Another peeve, dentists that don't do their
Awesome.
thing. Anyway, more doctor. Anyway, hey everybody. There I said hey again.
Hey,
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for showing up for
Yeah.
our 29th episode. Come back next week for our 30th episode. 30th episode.
30th.
That's amazing.
You
Hey.
know, you don't grow a brain until you're 30.
Is that the truth?
It's true.
Well, sometimes
Sorry,
I think you
millennials.
don't start growing your brain until you're 30 because I don't think I really started getting it till I was in my 40s.
Well, I think every time we reach another decade, we think, oh, we
Oh, I
weren't
know,
smart
because
then
I'll
either.
be in my 50s in the next. Oh Lordy, in the next couple of years. Oh, I think I just went through midlife crisis right then. I think I need a Corvette.
Do you?
Yeah.
You better start making some more money.
Well, folks, hey, push our share with our
Share, like,
With your
subscribe,
friends.
all of the things.
share all the things,
Instagram,
so Josh can
Twitter.
get his Corvette. No, I'm teasing.
YouTube.
I don't want a Corvette. I could. Man, that would hurt my back getting out
No,
of that
you
thing
know
all
what?
the time.
He would buy other guitars.
Oh, you know I would. I got my eyes on some. Oh, did you see? Oh, I showed you.
I know.
Oh, Taylor
let
came
them
out
go.
with that Pacific Grand Pacific new
Yeah.
guitar thing.
They don't care.
Yes, they do. You care, don't you?
They
You
don't
do
care.
care. You love me. You care about guitar stuff, don't you? Don't listen to her. Don't listen to that woman.
Said they don't care. I didn't say I didn't care.
I'm telling them not to listen to you.
I buy you something.
Anyway, yes, you do. And I love you for it. Thank you. Anyway, people, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you've had a good time. We sure had a good time recording this and having it, talking about all of our craziness. So,
Crazy.
hey, holla back, y'all. We'll talk to
holla
y'all
back.
later, okay? Have a great week. And remember, shine happens.
See y'all.
Hey y'all, welcome to Moonshine Safari. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as well as check the description for information on our social media sites, as well as our Patreon account to help support our adventures in the Moonshine Wilderness.